Factorial expressions. A factorial is denoted by an exclamation point. What you do is you multiply the given number discretely down to the number 1. Discretely means you're only using the natural numbers. Here's a hint. The factorial of 0 is 1. This is what it looks like. If you have 5 factorial, that means you have 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. And then you just multiply them out. 5 times 4 is 20. 20 times 3 is 60. 60 times 2 is 120. And 120 times 1 is just 120. It gives you an answer of 120. So 5 factorial is 120. You can see how these numbers will get really big really fast. 7 factorial is the same thing. Instead of starting at 5, though, we start at 7. Now remember, it doesn't matter what order you multiply in. You can multiply in whatever order you want. You multiply the 2 times the 5 first, etc. Well, do I already know what 5 factorial is? Yeah, that's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is 120. We already did that. So that's 120. And then 7 times 6 is 42. Now I just need to multiply 42 times 120. Calculator comes in really handy here. Gives you 5,040. Now let's throw some basic algebra in that. Here it says 4 factorial minus 3 factorial. What you're going to do is exactly what it says. Find 4 factorial. That's 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24. That gives me 24. Then it says minus. And what am I minusing? 3 factorial. Well, 3 factorial is simply 3 times 2 times 1. 3 times 2 is 6 times 1 is still 6. That gives me 24, take away 6, which is 18. Next one, 7 minus 3 in parentheses with a factorial. Well, PEMDAS hasn't gone away. We still need to do what's inside the parentheses first. So what is 7 minus 3? That's 4 factorial. Well, we know that 4 factorial is 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, which we just did to equal 24. All right, a couple more. Division. If I write these out, it's going to be 9 times 8 times. Now, the great thing about division is we can cancel top to bottom. If I don't have any pluses or minuses, I can simply cancel. Well, 1 divided by 1 cancels out. 2 divided by 2 cancels. 3's cancel, 4's cancel, 5's, 6, 7. You're simply left with 9 times 8. Well, what is 9 times 8? 9 times 8 is equal to 72. The fastest, easiest way is to know anything past that number at the bottom is simply going to cancel out. So I have 9 times 8 is all that's left over. If we go to the next problem, it's the same exact thing. 11 factorial over 8 factorial. Well, I know that the 8 factorial is going to cancel out, and that's simply going to leave me with 11 times 10 times 9. If you need to do it the long way to see how it worked, that's fine. But either way, you end up with 11 times 10 times 9. Well, you can multiply this however you want. I'm going to multiply what's 11 times 9, 99, times 10, 990. Down here on the bottom left, I have division, but I also have parentheses. We always take care of that parentheses first. That gives me 10 factorial over 15 minus 8 is 7. So 7 factorial. Now I can do exactly what I did above. The 7 factorial cancels out, and I'm left with 10 times 9 times 8. Well, 9 times 8 is 72, times the 10 is 720. Our last problem here. Now the division is inside the parentheses with the factorial out there. Because I have to take care of what's inside the parentheses first, I need to do my division first. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So that gives me 3 factorial. Well, 3 factorial is 3 times 2 times 1, which is equal to 6. So remember your order of operations. If they're inside the parentheses, you need to do that first.